Credit score bureau FICO in the hot seat lately after Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, took aim at the company in a barrage of posts on social media, saying in one, quote, FICO and other monopoly who has ripped off Americans for decades should not be using improper efforts to threaten regulators. The company's stock is down more than 20% so far this year.
Josh Hawley wanted more accountability in the financial services industry. Now, in his second Senate term, he's again taking aim at the Fair Isaac Corporation, or FICO.
These are the credit score people. There's only one company in America who basically does those FICO scores. And what they charge to consumers is outrageous, and it goes up every year. And most of the time, you don't know about it till you get billed.
Hawley says FICO has abused its government-granted market power.
Now, if you're not aware, Donald Trump and his administration have been going to war with the credit bureaus and FICO. Now, Donald Trump is alleging that FICO and the credit bureaus are upset over a law that he passed back in 2018. Now, with this law, this is ending the dominance of the credit bureaus and FICO scores. His first term created the Credit Score Competition Act that seeks to modernize and expand credit access by encouraging the use of advanced and inclusive scoring models within the mortgage market. Now, the act was included in Section 310 of the broader Economic Growth and Regulation Relief and Consumer Protection Act, signed into law on May 24th, 2018. Now, this would expand access to credit. The act aimed to address limitations of the classic FICO scoring model, which excluded or disadvantaged borrowers within thin credit files or limit access to traditional forms of credit. This disproportionately affect minorities and first-time homebuyers. Now, the Trump administration is alleging that the credit bureaus and FICO have actually been lobbying against him and his administration and supporting other Democratic candidates going against his administration in certain seats because they're upset about this law coming in and how it's taken away their dominance in the banking and lending industry. Now, Trump is beginning to push for major changes to cancel FICO and the credit bureaus coming in 2026. So with these laws, this is actually going to remove the dominance of the credit bureaus and FICO, and they have billions to lose on the table. Now, with FICO, they're singing another tune. They're saying they're being unjustly targeted by the Trump administration, and these changes pretty much is unfair to them. They believe that the credit system as it stands is the best option. And drop your opinion in the comment section. Is he right about his point of view?
Basic claim is that you're a monopoly. Is that true?
Well, we have large market share. That's true. And in almost all places where we sell scores, there's no mandate from the government. It's strictly, it's a free market and people choose our score. Why do they choose our score? Why is our score the industry standard? It's because the score is great value. And it does a great job of predicting the likelihood that a consumer will repay the debt. There is a lot of advantage from an efficiency standpoint to have an industry standard, to have a single score. As soon as you get into duplicate scores, you have to do duplicate modeling across the entire industry. It's a very complicated industry, obviously, running from mortgage originators and brokers through lenders to the GSEs to ultimately the mortgage-backed securities investors. And so, having multiple scores knocking around in a system like that is not very efficient.
So in this video, we're going to break down these 4 changes that the Trump administration is pushing to upend the dominance of the credit bureaus and FICO scores. Now, the first major change is Donald Trump and his administration removing the requirement of a 620 credit score with Fannie Mae. Now, this would allow people to get approved for a home even with lower credit scores than a 620 with government-backed mortgages. May scraps minimum credit scores for DU loans. Fannie Mae has announced it will eliminate the 620 minimum credit score required for loans processed through its desk-type underwriting DU system, effective November 16th, 2025. Instead of relying on a hard credit score cutoff, DU will now evaluate a broader set of credit risk factors, including a borrower's credit history, income, debt levels, property characteristics, and loan purpose. Additional documentation and homeowner education requirements for borrowers without traditional credit will now be triggered only when no borrower has at least one credit or installment account reported. Now, this would give lenders options to approve you for a mortgage when they're writing government-backed home loans like FHA, which is like a first-time home buyer program by the federal government. Now, on the flip side, the bank, if they are not using a government-backed home program like a conventional loan, they can still choose to just use FICO scores because that's not a government-backed loan. But many of first-time home buyers and a big chunk of that market, it actually takes up a lot of mortgage loans being written. So this will remove a lot of revenue from the credit bureau and FICO scores if banks can use other options like a Vantage score to qualify you for that government-backed home loan or use other AI technologies to approve you. Now, it does not make the credit score go away and be invalid. What the credit score will play a part in is the bank determining what your interest rate is on that loan, which is very important because you might not be denied because of your credit score. But if the interest rate is too high and you can't afford it because of your debt to income ratio, then you get denied because it's not affordable to you because of the interest rate. So it is important to still work on your credit score because moving forward with banks, they can not deny you for your credit score being low, but it can cause you to pay thousands or hundreds of thousands in a loan, which could be very costly or make the loan unaffordable for you to qualify it because you don't make enough money. And so you want to work on your credit score with these options coming down the pipe. You don't want to pay extra money out of your pocket just because of bad credit. So even with Vantage scores, if banks start to use those, still it used some of the same factors that FICO score is using, and yet and still FICO with lenders is still 90% of the dominant choice that they're going to use to qualify you, even though some are moving to Vantage scores at 10%. So I am starting my beginning of the year credit kickoff. It is totally free. You can join me here on YouTube every Saturday starting January 4th, 2026. If you want to join the challenge to improve your credit score by 100 points. And if you need more direct help, my elite credit system users like Sean is getting great results. He went from a 612 credit score all the way up with his credit scores to 770 in the matter of 6 months. And now he's at an 803 credit score. So if you need my help and you want to join the credit kickoff, subscribe to the channel and be here every Saturday for the month of January. Or if you need my AI software and personal credit coaching, that link is in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. Additionally, Trump has made some major changes. By December 31st, 2025, he is eliminating the funding to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So that bureau is designed to actually help consumers, and they have been a big component to fighting against the credit bureaus by bringing lawsuits even this year, forcing them to pay up and answer why they haven't been removing negative items off of people's credit scores and doing investigations. Now, with that going out the way, it is important to challenge these negative items off your credit score while they still have funding before they go away, leading to one of our next push by the Trump administration and why he want to remove the CFPB, because his campaign was supported by fintech companies. And these fintech companies like Elon Musk want to roll out credit products, and they were being watchdog over the CFPB. And they want to come in as competition against the credit bureaus and actually FICO scores. And this is the next big push that he's making in 2026. Now, the next huge change is the rollout of banks using AI models. And now what is going on? This is undercutting the credit bureaus and FICOs because now lenders are using alternative credit score models. Towards the new credit bureaus, how real-time models are rewriting financial inclusion. Credit has long been the passport to economic opportunity, yet over 26 million Americans have no credit history, limiting their access to mainstream financial products and forcing reliance on costly alternatives such as payday lenders or pawn shops. The paradox is stark. The system designed to measure responsibility often exclude the very people that it is meant to empower. This raised an urgent question. What if we could reimagine creditworthiness in real time using artificial intelligence and modern data infrastructure? AI and real-time analytics offer a way forward. Instead of relying on history paradox, modern leading platforms can access creditworthiness dramatically. This evolution turns credit scoring into a living system, adaptive, transparent, and reflective of real financial behavior. AI-driven models are transforming the definition of financial responsibility by incorporating alternative data sources that go beyond traditional credit metrics. Cash flow solutions to be utilized by Chase. Nova Credit, a leading credit infrastructure and analytics company, today announced that Chase has selected Cash Catalyst to power its cash flow underwriting capabilities. Chase will also use Nova Credit Credit Passport to access and decisions with international credit data. These solutions will enable Chase to serve more customers across the United States who have limited credit history or are underserved by traditional credit models. Chase is committed to being the bank for all, and tools like Cash Catalyst and Credit Passport will help its mission by giving us more comprehensive view into each individual and their credit needs, says Chris Reagan, president of Chase Branded Cards. With this new data source, we can better assess credit risk and make more informed lending decisions and approve customers with right size lines of credit. And Nova Credit isn't the only AI analytics software that is coming out. Plaid also is offering now a risk scoring model to banking institutions in order to give a cash flow scoring model for those to open up credit approvals for those that are underserved also. Now, with this new AI rollout with banks like Plaid and Chase using Nova Credit, this is replacing the FICO scores and credit bureaus as other options for banks and lenders to use to judge you for credit approvals. Now, the third huge change by the Trump administration is forcing FICO and the credit bureaus to actually be each other's competitor. Now, previous to this, they actually were working in collusion and really working together to control the market. But here's the big change, which is as it cuts out the credit bureaus indirect sales plan. Credit score modeling company Fair Isaac Corporation, widely known as FICO, surged on Thursday after unveiling plans to sell its credit scores directly to mortgage lenders and resellers, cutting out credit bureaus that serve as intermediaries and rattling major credit bureaus stocks. Shares of Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion fell amid concerns that the move could erode their revenue. Mortgage lenders previously relied on firms to obtain credit scores will be able to buy them directly, reducing the dependence on the bureaus. Now, this caused FICO to turn on the credit bureaus because of the pressure. They could no longer work together and capitalize on controlling the market because now with Vantage scores being used and other AI models, they have to keep their shareholders happy, meaning they need to keep making their big profits. So now they're selling their own credit scores directly to lenders. And this is now removing billions of dollars out of the control of the credit bureaus and being filtered to FICO itself by working with them. This forced FICO to run straight at the credit bureaus as their competitor now to stop the scrutiny of their company, causing the credit bureaus stocks to crash. And the fourth major push, well, Trump and his administration has rolled out with mortgages as such as FHA mortgages and other government-backed mortgages to now have a variation in credit scores that are being used to get in more approvals. And now they are using Vantage 4.0 scores and FICO 10T scores. So prior to this, you had that the banks, when they are getting approved for government-backed mortgages, to use 3 credit scores. So they will pull all 3 from TransUnion, Equifax, Experian to try to judge you for a mortgage. And they will take your mid score, the one in the middle, but they will be looking at all 3 credit bureaus to see if there's any negatives on there. But now they are going to limit it down to 2. Now they're going to use Vantage score models, Vantage 4.0, where many people have a higher credit score on their Vantage scores along with the FICO 10T score. So this should open up more approvals for homes for more people. So with this is going to give you some flexibility instead of just looking at the credit bureaus and they had that captured market and it cut a lot of people out from getting home loans. So this can be good for you. And these are the four major ways coming in 2026 that Donald Trump is using to cancel the credit bureau and FICO. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. But more detailed questions for me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.